Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Naja here with Budgeting the Bacon, where I talk about how we save money, earn money, as well as us destroying our mortgage debt. And today's video is going to be a recap of our 2021 goals that we had. I believe I did a video back in July. I didn't do an update for September, but as you all know, I took like a bit of a hiatus. And so this is basically like catching you guys up on where we were at after the middle of the year, and to see how we ended the 2021 year and did we meet our goals that we set out to do. Also, I'm going to be showing you guys our 2022 goals that we have, because we do have some different goals in mind, some payoff goals, some lofty goals, and then also I took some things away that we had for 2021 just until we get everything together and paid off for 2022. So guys, definitely stay tuned for that video. Also, thank you all so much for coming back to my channel, Bacon Bit Squad. You guys are the bomb.com. Always supporting, always being here. I definitely appreciate you guys, as well as new subscribers that have just joined my channel. Thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you go ahead and give this video a like and hit that notification bell. As you all can see here, I'm switching it up a little bit for 2022. I went on ahead and made this, I guess you could say it's like a cover for my planner. You all know that I'm, budgeting the bacon. So this is what normally I have in my logo anyway. And so I just put down here how we earn money, save money, and destroy our mortgage debt, because that is always what I say when I start my video. So I was like, you know what? It's pretty fitting. I'm also going to show you guys how I'm setting up my planner. It's going to be kind of ever changing because I'm not exactly sure how I want to do it completely for 2022. But I'll show you in another video some things that I have incorporated for 2022 and how I'm going to be moving forward each month to make sure that I'm tracking everything and our goals that we do have set out. So here guys, this is what we have, our goals for 2021. So the first goal was to have our emergency fund at $20,000. We started off the year at $15,100, and then by June 2021 we had $20,318.50 in there. That is in large due to the stimulus checks that we received last year. We did not spend any of them, and we just went on ahead and put them in savings because we couldn't figure out what to do with them, which in reality, I guess we could have went on ahead and applied them to our mortgage, but we just decided, just for an extra little cushion to our emergency fund, just put the money there, and then if we needed it for something, it would definitely serve a purpose. So here we are, December, and we have $19,630 in there. We did have to go ahead and get some things taken care of for our home in between the time of July through December that we had basically like been putting off pretty much forever. That did bring our balance down a bit. However, we did add in $205 before the end of December to this particular balance. I received a distribution check from my insurance company. They give us one each and every year in December, and so we just went on ahead and added that to this. So we'll be back up to the $20,000, and eventually we want to pad it more to where maybe it's about $30,000 or so in there. Ideally, my husband would like $50,000, but we'll see. We compromised on the $20,000. All right, so the next one was the mortgage pay down, which was the goal to have the balance at $50,000. And if you saw my last video, I'll put the eye up in the sky so that you can check that one out to see how we ended. But yes, we did meet our goal of $50,000 for our mortgage. Very excited about that because it was, it was, I don't want to say it was a lofty goal, but it took a lot of consistency, and we really were consistent for the year of 2021. My word was challenge, and it definitely was a challenge with everything that was going on, but we were able to make and meet the goal. We left off at $49,920.98. Every Monday I give an update on my Mortgage Monday videos to let you all see how much that I'm applying to our mortgage, and also what our balance is. Videos, they come out every single Monday. So we did take a couple of trips, which we had planned out. One of them was to San Antonio in June. We went down there for about 4 days. We also did the Jellystone Camp Resort, which is local to us. And we did that last month once we went on Christmas break for school. And then I just put down some of the things that we wanted to do. We didn't actually do a whole lot of these things. We did go to Main Event, we went to the movie theaters, we did some family gathering. Next on the list here we have the purchase shed and paved slab. We estimated $5,000 for that. Now honestly, we don't know how much that's going to cost, and we didn't put anything towards it because that just wasn't a real big priority for us. And with the cost of lumber and supplies and materials and things like that, we actually have no idea how much it will cost. This was kind of like an estimate that we received a couple of years ago. Obviously it was, you know, pre-situation-ish going on. New garbage disposal and installation. We actually did do that around November time frame. We didn't save up anything in March or June. And as you can see, we had gone without it for quite some time. Now we just went on ahead and got a new garbage disposal because the pipes started leaking. Something was clogged with the sink and the water. It just became too much. So we just basically we pulled from the emergency fund in order to go ahead and get that taken care of, because, you know, we didn't want water leaking all over the place. We didn't want mold. We didn't want, you know, bugs or anything else forming. You know, that was an emergency in my mind. So we did go ahead and get that taken care of. And then as far as the electrician for the guest bathroom, we had that done earlier in the year. My husband was able to go ahead and fix that himself, and then install some new light switch fixtures in actually that bathroom, as well as some of the other bathrooms and rooms that we have. So that is basically how we rounded out our 2021 with the goals that we had set. Obviously, we're super happy about the mortgage pay down. That was really, really important to us. And so, yeah, that is what we were looking like for 2021. Now I'm going to show you guys the goals and the things that we have for 2022. So this is what we have going on for 2022. Look at that, fancy, isn't it? I wanted to do something like really colorful and just really bright and kind of like in your face, and just something that, you know, basically was going to reflect the mood and the feeling that I have going into 2022. I don't think I've mentioned it before, and well, actually I didn't mention it before because I haven't been on here, but our word for the year, or phrase for the year, is level up. Okay, that is our 2022 phrase for the year. Every year I have like a different word that I use that I'm going into the year. For ours, it's level up, because that is indeed what we plan on doing for 2022. So let me just kind of show you some of the goals that we have. The first one is to pay off our mortgage by 12/31/2022. Yes, very lofty goal, but we've discussed it, and we just basically know that we have to get our income up, because that is the only way that this is going to happen. Worst case scenario, and I use worst case scenario, you know, very loosely, is that we have a mortgage balance of $20,000 by the time December 31st, 2022 rolls around. You know, I don't know how it's going to happen. I just know that it's going to happen. And I know that if I put in the work, if I put in the effort, if I put it out there in the atmosphere, in the universe, things will happen. Opportunities will come my way. More money will be coming, you know, to us in different ways, in different forms, in different shapes. We'll get creative with whatever it is that we have, and it will occur and happen. So that is our desire that we have on our hearts, and that is what it shall be, pretty much. Number 2 is to focus more on our family time and with our boys. This year has been pretty challenging. We tried to start off having our son, youngest one, in pre-K. That didn't work so well. There's a whole story behind that. So I ended up having to pull him out of pre-K. So honestly, the money that I thought I was going to be saving in childcare costs. We had to add that right back into the budget at the beginning of October. Ended up having to add back in the childcare costs. So we had 1 month of not paying childcare, or at least 1.5 months of not paying childcare. And I ended up just saving that money over to the side for the month and a half that we didn't pay for the childcare, because I was like, let me just kind of see how things go. There was nothing at that time initially that was going on, but we were trying to work through some things. So anyway, our focus is more on our family time, our boys, making sure that they have what they need. My oldest son is in sports, and so trying to make sure that he has a healthy balance of sports as well as academics, because it's always student first in our household. Like we'll let the athletics go, but you are a student and that is your only job, and that is the expectation that you will do your very best in that. If you are struggling with something, we will help you and assist you and or get the help that you need. We want to make sure that we're focusing more on our oldest one, because he is 12 and he will be 13 soon, and he's going through a lot of changes as far as like mentally, physically, and if you have a teenager, you know, okay? So we're trying to work and deal with those things as well as transition both of our boys to next grade levels for next year, and just spend more family time together, especially because we probably won't be going out as much with the mortgage payoff goal being so in the forefront of everything. So it's going to be lots of board game nights. It's going to be ways of being creative and hanging out together, and things like that we haven't typically done in the past, because I really like going out and I really like doing other things, but it's just going to be a whole lot more family time, which is not bad whatsoever. Also, another goal is to increase income up to $20K. And I know that is a lot of money, but honestly, I feel like I'm underpaid anyway. So I feel like if I was to be bumped up 20 more, that I would probably be at where I'm supposed to be right about now. If some of you all don't know, I am a middle school teacher or a secondary teacher. I teach 7th and 8th grade students, and this year has just been particularly challenging. More challenging than what it was last year. I thought like this year was going to be a little bit easier, but it has not been. And so I've just been kind of powering through that, but I have in my mind that this probably will be my last year of teaching. I didn't want to leave the kids, and I didn't want to leave the school kind of like hanging, I guess you could say, like a couple months ago, or even during the Christmas break, and be like, yeah, guys, I'm not coming back type thing, because I do believe in once you start something, you finish it, so I'm not that type person that would dip, although there have been people that dip, and I can't really blame them, because it is what it is. But, we do have some great kids there, and my own child attends the school that I'm at as well. So, I definitely want to be there and be hands-on, but not like an overbearing parent, that's trying to teeter out of the line of being a teacher there as well, because my son is in my class also. So, my whole thing is that I need to increase my income, because that is what's going to allow us to take care of number one. My husband, he has, a decent income, a decent, I guess you could say salary, or not really salary because he's an hourly employee, but he can get as much overtime that he wants. With my job, I can't get any type of overtime whatsoever, okay? The more hours I work, it just means that the less that I'm really getting paid per hour to do anything, and I'm already like stretched with how much time that extra I'm having to do. So I need to get a part-time job, or basically just look at getting a whole new full-time job after this school year, okay? And so I've been looking into some different things. I need to start updating my resume in general, and so just looking at increasing my income, because ultimately that is what's going to help push us over and help us meet the goals that we have. So next thing on the list is take health seriously. So wellness appointments, following up, with different appointments, eating. And what I mean by eating is meal planning, as well as cutting back on the fast food restaurants. I love fast food. I really do. It's fast, it's cheap, sometimes depending on where you go, and it's easy. But I need to basically like do some hacks for some different meals and stuff like that so that we can cut the cost down, because the less that we have in the cost, the more that money can be applied as well. Obviously, I'm not going to compromise eating, or compromise eating well to buy like a bunch of junk or something like that. We're still going to maintain, eating well and stuff like that, eating healthy. But I do know that I have to also lose some weight, because I'm still carrying around, the Panorama 2020 weight, and it's just not a good look anymore. If I'm going to try to be my best and be looking real cute for my vacation after 2022, I need to be in the best shape physically, mentally, and emotionally of my life. And so then that brings me to physical activity. I just start walking more, making sure that I use my Fitbit in order to track the things that I'm doing, and just making sure that I'm hitting my steps, and also being just physically maybe active with my son when he's like practicing basketball and stuff like that, trying to go up against him and all that. But yeah, these are the 2022 goals. We weren't going to be able to put everything on here that we wanted to, but that's okay. Delayed gratification, and we'll eventually get those things back. But yes, guys, that is all that I have for my 2022 goals. Definitely let me know in the comment section what goals that you have. Just comment down below and let me know. Guys, if you happen to enjoy this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you happen to enjoy any of the content on my channel, feel free to go ahead and give the video a like, sub to my channel, and hit the all notification bell so that you don't miss any type of uploads that I have. All right, guys, until the next video, bye.